Welcome back to Gumshoe Tech. Finally getting around to do my... Tried doing this in VM, didn't work right. It worked fine, but it didn't work as well as I wanted for this video. So what I did, I took a little laptop that I've had and I just redid the Tumbleweed. This did have slow roll in it, didn't want to do it on slow roll, and I found out it was a little bit dark, so I redid Tumbleweed on this laptop. Plenty of juice for everything we need. It's just the newest, latest, greatest update as of 8:14, 8:32 at night. Uptime's 11 minutes. Right now, let's go ahead and install Plasma Bigscreen on this. Not sure how in depth I'm going to go, but at least we're going to get it up and running, and then maybe we'll do a little extracurricular by removing icons. Plasma Bigscreen by default wants to install all the icons on your laptop. Probably the easiest way is when you install a computer that you want to use for Plasma Bigscreen is to install the basics. No thrills, no multimedia, no games, or if you have it just like me, it was just a plain vanilla install. Just remove everything and see how that displays. I also bought a little, I don't know, wireless remote keyboard thing so that I can run Plasma Bigscreen sitting from the couch, typing stuff in. And my main thing for installing Plasma Bigscreen, getting really tired of Android TV ads and promotions and stuff like that. So I want to cut that corporate sponsorship out. Plasma Bigscreen is the way to do that. So stay tuned. Let's go, and it's going to be simple. And I might throw some commands for other distros in the bottom here, just so that other people know. I've actually been asked for a Fedora install, and it's going to be pretty close to what Tumbleweed is. So let's get this party going. Like always, make sure that you do your updates. You can see I have my updates available. So, you know, open console up. Sudo zipper, yeah, put your password in, you can go from there. So okay, not too bad. And you can do that sudo zipper refresh, then your sudo zipper dup. And if you want to see if you have so now what you want to do is sudo zipper in Plasma Bigscreen. So as you can see, I did a boo-boo here. Don't install Plasma Bigscreen. What you want to do is install Plasma 6 Bigscreen, because it's Plasma 6 Bigscreen. You don't want to install the Plasma 5. So there we go. That's pretty much basically it. Now what you can do is restart the computer, or restart your computer, or you can just restart the display manager. So sudo reboot. Now it's probably the simplest way of doing this. You see the system coming back up. So I have my system, but what you're gonna log into Plasma. So you're gonna do simply log back out, and then you hit the little button there, do log out. You'll log out. Then what you're gonna have to do here is desktop session down the bottom left hand corner. You click on it and select Plasma Bigscreen, and of course it doesn't show on my desktop, so why wouldn't it? Change that to Plasma Bigscreen and then log in. So now what you're going to see is that Plasma Bigscreen, and what you see here is all the applications that are installed in your system. And you're going to use your mouse cursor. So if you don't want all of these, I suggest doing like a really clean install and remove everything. Personally, I wouldn't do any games or anything like that, but what you want to keep is make sure you keep Discover, because Discover is what's going to allow you to install easily your Jellyfin and whatever you need, Firefox to do, YouTube, if that's what you want to do. Now you can always go to settings, and this is where you can use your mouse, use your audio, your Bluetooth, and it's going to bring up everything that I have here. This is where you're going to enable or disable. To me, you definitely want to keep your HDMI enabled. Your inputs, do your controllers. I don't have a controller connected yet, but I want to make sure you do that. One thing you can do is have your cellular device have KDE Connect. KDE Connect can act like a mouse. I do have KDE Connect on my cell phone, which is a 12R 1 Plus. Colored tiles, wallpaper blur. I don't know if you want to do wallpaper blur, but definitely can. Do your Windows decorations, navigation sounds. I suggest turning your navigation sounds on in KDE Plasma. When you scroll and stuff, you want to go click, click, click to your next menu item. I suggest turning this on. It's on by default. And of course, you can do your time, and that's the time zone for me, Los Angeles. I haven't done these shortcuts, but you can click on these and select what you need. Wallpaper. You can definitely choose the wallpaper you want. Need to see about doing the wallpaper in there for maybe this channel per se. I do not have Wi-Fi set up. I don't like the Wi-Fi experience on my Plasma TV. I personally like the experience of a direct wired connection for 4K. You can do your web apps for whatever, but that's basically it for the Plasma install. It's not hard. You're just adding that Plasma desktop. And again, I use the escape key since I have a keyboard plugged in. And when you connect to your TV, the TV should be a different resolution. So these icons are awfully big for me. But on my TV, the standard icons look a lot better. This is going to help me get rid of my Android TV boxes. And since I use Jellyfin, it's going to work really good. One thing I'm going to do is do my little Jellyfin. I don't do the server. I'm going to do the desktop. And I suggest doing this through Discover, doing the Flatpaks, so that you have a better user experience and that your applications will actually be kept up to date. I know there are some people out there that don't like Flatpaks, but KDE's default install method, so it's going to work best for this Plasma Bigscreen experience. Now, you can definitely do whatever you enjoy or want. This is Linux. It's free and open source. Go ahead and have fun, make your experience the way you want it. So I'm just going to click launch from here, and then I'll be right back. I'm going to set the desktop up. So here we go. Now what I have to do is going to exit the application, of course. I'm going to make sure everything's installed correctly, and one way I'm going to do that is actually restart the computer. I want to make sure that it comes up into Plasma, because I don't want to ever mess around with this on the TV. Now that we have Plasma installed, we need to set the default session to be, of course, Plasma Bigscreen. So to do that, console, what you have to do on Tumbleweed right now is ls/user share Wayland sessions. Hit enter, so it shows it all there. But you saw that it said Plasma Wayland, and then this one says Plasma Bigscreen Wayland desktop. And what you want to do is sudo vi/etc/conf/ I did too many dashes. Bigscreen .conf. I didn't screw that up. I did. Have to do is sudo vi/etc sddm conf blah 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 blah. Hit enter. Type in your root password. Then we're gonna do, we hit I for insert. Auto login bracket. Use your login, not mine. You want to put in here with what you found here on your sessions, and then you'll just, of course, paste that in there. Hit enter. Relogin equals true. And remember, you need to do this with the capitals that I have listed here. It is case sensitive for those session lines or relogin. There should be 4 lines. And right quit for here. And don't forget, replace the user with your user, not my user, because it won't work. Then you're going to do is simply sudo reboot to see if your changes worked for auto login. And it's rebooting. And to be honest, I've never had an HP laptop. I recently bought this off of eBay and actually doing really good. No issues found with this HP laptop, except for it's got a broken screen. But again, I don't care about the broken screen on a laptop because I'm only going to be using this laptop for plugging into the TV. And so that reboot worked. And you'll notice, you'll see my Jellyfin here. We'll click onto my Jellyfin, and I've made this data up, so I've done that before, and yeah, look at that. Works like a charm, and this is what I'll be using for my main TV in the future. The only thing I have to do is actually get YouTube working, and that'll be through Firefox. And what I'll do is I will just be making Firefox pop open in YouTube, and I won't really have to do anything. I've seen other applications for watching YouTube on Linux and used for HTPC. They work pretty good, but I don't remember what those applications are called, or the application's called. So if anybody knows how any good programs for running YouTube in this type of setup with Plasma Bigscreen, let me know in the comments below. I am interested. But yeah, that works out pretty good. Now what I'm gonna do, there was a way that installing Plasma Bigscreen that you can tell it don't do any of the other applications, you know, just do something that I want to, or have a menu icon to just say only add these said applications to Plasma Bigscreen. It's really a distraction. I'm never gonna use console from here. Now I will be working on a video to do Kalpa, And with Kalpa, it's an immutable distro that is KDE based. So I'll probably work on that next. I'll make this a two-parter. This video is going a little long. I've been trying to keep my videos a little bit shorter for everyone. So yeah, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we will see you on the next one, which will be Kalpa, I hope. And then I do have a few videos I need to catch up on. Haven't had a lot of time lately, but again, if you like this, please hit like and subscribe, and comment below on any changes that I need to do. And that is it. You have a great day.